Hey everyone, Dr. Foster here, the success coach with MaximumChange.com, coming at you today from another city still. I'm working remotely for a time, and so that's why the digs behind me look different than before. Now, here's the deal. I have been working with entrepreneurs for years. I've been a professional coach and consultant for 15 years. And I have been working on real problems that business owners deal with every day. Now, here is the biggest problem I see in business, and that is that the educational and training systems are broken. They're just broken. In fact, universities are more and more outdated. They're expensive. They don't teach the skills needed to solve real problems in a real time in the real world. And the other problem is there are a ton of individuals out there that are providing educational training type platforms. They're charging thousands of dollars to do that, and they have little to no experience at all. So it's really frustrating when I'm working with a client and they have real problems and they've spent thousands of dollars trying to fix those problems, only to find out that the person or persons or company that they hired don't know what they're doing. So I want to deal with some real problems that clients of mine deal with on a regular basis. Now, I'm going to give you the specific industry that I have talked to, but I want you to overlay this into your particular business or industry that you're in. And that is that a lot of times business owners, especially when we're small businesses, mom and pops, but especially if you're in a professional industry. So if you're an attorney, if you're a doctor, if you're in one of those professional industries, sometimes even consultants fall into this heading. And that is that we do business, we run our business focused wholly, solely on what we're good at, okay? So we're focused on what makes us excited, what keeps us happy. It's where we're in our groove, right? And so when I'm coaching and mentoring someone, I'm in my groove. I'm in it, right? The problem is when you're a small business owner, and let's face it, most doctors and attorneys, even when they work in a practice, still operate many times as a small business. And so the truth of the matter is, especially if you're a doctor or an attorney and you're a one-off or two-off in the office, right? You're it. The problem is you're only interested in dealing with the client problem, okay? So if you're a doctor, and again, overlay your business, your industry, what you do to serve your customer, overlay that into my example. Don't just get stuck on the fact that I'm talking about doctors or attorneys. But let's say you go to see a doctor and the doctor is there to treat your health issue or maybe to give you a physical update or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, the doctor has to see so many patients. Excuse me. The doctor has to see so many patients in order to meet a certain level of income or whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, the doctor charts in their computer or in their chart what happened with that patient, and then they turn it over to someone else. Here's the problem in business. This is a real problem, and I'm going to fix it here in just a moment. The problem is you cannot own a business and not pay attention to the finances and ins and outs of expenses and accounts receivable and billables and all. You, at some level, especially if you're a small business owner, you cannot ignore that stuff. Now, for me, I have for years now, in fact, since about version number 2, I have used QuickBooks. Now it's in a cloud format now, which for years I couldn't conceive having my accounting system out on the cloud. But now that I do a lot of traveling and I work remotely, it makes a little more sense for me. But the point is, if you're a good business owner, you have to pay attention to your inflows and outflows, okay? This is a real business problem. And if you don't pay attention to how much you're billing and when and the accounts receivable aging, whether or not that was billed properly, especially if you have a bookkeeper, especially if you have an office manager or bookkeeper, you have to pay attention to this stuff. You have to know what's going on. I have had case after case after case of clients that I've dealt with where the person that was doing those things wasn't doing it properly. Either it's a malpractice of sorts for the business manager, office manager, or bookkeeper. In some cases, they were stealing money from the company and didn't know it. These are real problems. Let me tell you something. You may be the best at what you do. Fill in the blank with whatever that is that you do. You could be the very best in that. But if you're not paying attention to the things that keep your business going, you're going to fail. Okay? It's really, really important that we pay attention to those things. It's really important that you stay focused on your finances, your inflows, your outflows, your billables. The other thing is, especially if you're in a place where you bill time or you bill for a service. Now, you could be a plumber doing this. You could be an electrician. You can be a carpenter. You can be developing websites. If you're not properly billing your customers, you're going to go out of business because you're not going to be able to sustain and make enough money to stay in business. Okay, these are real business problems. So how do we deal with this? Okay, you're saying, well, I'm no good at accounting. I'm no good at finance. I'm really not good at tracking down billables. And I hate calling a customer and saying, where's my money? Okay, well, let me fix that problem right there. More and more businesses are set up where you pay for the service at the time that you start the relationship, okay? I used to bill out my my coaching services after I had done the coaching, right? And what I found out was people weren't paying me. So I'd spend an hour on a phone, and back then it was phone calls. I didn't do video like I'm doing now, but I'd spend an hour on a call with a client and then send them a bill, and I may or may not see that money for, 1 week, 2 weeks, even though the agreement said that you would pay for it at the time of the service. Now, since then, I have it set up where I don't charge by the hour anymore. I just charge a monthly rate, and you get so many meetings during that month, and you pay for it before the first meeting. And I call it a retainer. So if you're having trouble getting customers to pay for something after you've done the work, then maybe you need to stop doing that. This is a real problem, okay? This is a real problem I'm fixing right now. And I'm telling you, it's going to be painful for some of you to switch over to this new system because you're going to have some customers that are going to complain. But the truth of the matter is they're complaining because they're using you, okay? And so what you need to do is say, no more am I going to be used. No more am I going to be chasing you down. I'm wasting time chasing you down. So here's how I do it. Once a month, I send out a bill. And if you don't pay it, then I don't meet with you. It's just simple as that. Now, you could set it up through like PayPal or something where you're actually having them sign up for a subscription. So every month their card is charged a certain amount of money, and they're already set up on your calendar, and so you don't have to chase them down. It's all automated. Okay, so here's the other part of this. This is going to be painful for you, especially if you don't like doing this. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like paying taxes, but I have to. You're not going to like doing this, but you have to, okay? You have to pay attention to your money. You have to pay attention to your slow pay customers. You have to come up with solutions to deal with those problems. I know you're really good at what you do, and you're saying to me, I'm not good at that. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter if you're not good at it or not. The fact of the matter is that the longer you allow it to take place, the more time and effort you're wasting in your business when you could be doing the things you're good at. You're wasting it chasing down money, chasing down this, chasing down. Stop doing it. I'm just telling you, just stop doing it. The moment that I figured this out in my business, and this was years ago now, the moment I figured it out and I stopped doing it, I did lose some customers. I'm just going to tell you right now, I lost them. But you know what? It was the customers that I was wasting a ton of time with. So what ended up happening was I lost these customers that I was spending an enormous amount of time with, not actually dealing with their issues as a coach, but spending all this time chasing them down to pay me. So the deal is, so I've worked with a doctor in the past. And let's just say it this way. The doctor comes to me and says, I am billing out X amount of money every month to the insurance, but I'm broke every month. So I went and I looked at the situation and I said, well, first of all, you're spending a ton of money. What do you mean I'm spending a ton of money? Well, your office administrator is spending a ton of money. Well, what are you talking about? And I said, well, how come you don't know what's going on with your finances? Well, you know, I'm a doctor and I don't really care about that stuff. I'm going to call BS on that. Okay. And I did. I said, you know what, this BS. You're the CEO, you're the president, you're the owner, you're the chairman of the board of your company. And if you say to a consultant or your coach or even your CPA, I don't know, it's not my job, it's BS. Okay, it's BS. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you what's going to happen. If you don't pay the right amount of taxes, you can blame your CPA all day long, but you know who is responsible for the money if it's not paid, and who's responsible for the penalties, and who is going to go to jail if it ultimately is not paid? It's you. You, the CEO, you, the business owner, you, the president of your corporation. If you're not serious about running business, business is going to run over you and destroy you. Let me tell you something. Business is not a game to be played half-heartedly. It's serious. I mean, the whole reason why you get into business is to make a crap load of money, first and foremost. I don't care what you say. You say, oh, I'm passionate about it. BS. The reason you get into business is because, yes, you have a passion, but you see a way to make money with that passion, okay? The whole reason why you get into business is to make money, all right? You have to pay attention to these things. All right, one other thing I want to fix is an actual business problem. And I run into this more often than I even care to even mention. But it happened today, so I'm going to share it with you as a business problem that needs to be fixed. If you're a business owner and you interact with someone, let's just say in social media, because this is where this happened. Had someone contact me, or rather I connected with someone on LinkedIn, all right? And basically my approach is, hey, it's great to connect with you. I'd love to get to know more about you. Your profile looks exciting. I'd love to get to know more about you, maybe see what kind of value I could bring to you and your business. You know, I'm a business coach, and I help people make more money and scale their business, right? That's what basically the interaction I have. So I get this connection, and I basically run through that. Because my hope is I can at least make a networking point. If not, maybe there's a client future client in there. So this person writes back, say, hey, it's great to meet you. Thank you for connecting with me as well. Are you interested in multiple streams of income? Now, let me just be very clear about what I'm about to say, because somebody watching this is going to say, well, I'm a network marketer and that's a normal recruiting thing. That's fine. I'm not putting down network marketing or multi-level marketing or whatever you want to call it, IBOs. I'm not putting that down, but I want you to hear me out. And this is relevant whether you're an IBO or you're a regular business owner that is not involved in some network marketing platform, okay? If you lead with, would you like blank? Okay, would you like multiple streams of income? And the person comes back to you and says, I'm not interested in that. And you press in with hardcore recruiting, you're making yourself look really bad. And what you're going to end up doing is losing someone that could be a valuable contact for you down the road. Now, as the case goes with me, I'm quite busy. All right, I'm quite busy with clients, and then I do these videos and I do trainings, and I'm teaching business owners how to make money. Okay, basically, I want to spend my energy focused on the things that matter to me and my business. Now, this is a real business problem. You get someone comes along and say, hey, do you want this? And I said to them, no, I'm too busy doing what I enjoy to take on anything else right now. Now, they came back, obviously, and they said, well, you said that you were interested in getting to know me, and and I was like, no, you asked me if I was interested in making more money in multiple streams of income, and I said no. And you continued on to try to recruit me into your program. That was where the problem was. It's not that I said to them, I want to get to know you more and maybe see what kind of value I could bring to you. It was about them trying to recruit me into their network marketing platform. And I said to them very nicely to begin with, no, I'm not interested. Now, here's where the real business problem comes in. It's twofold. Number one, you have to stay focused. If you're a business owner or you're looking to start a business, you cannot run from one shiny object to another. Oh, I'm going to make money over here. No, I'm going to make money over here. No, I'm going to make money over there. No, you have to stay focused. The reason I proselytize or preach against doing multiple streams of income is because what that really means is that you have like 7 different companies running, doing 7 different product lines or 7 different things. And the truth of the matter is you can't be good at one thing if you're scattered in 7 different directions. Now, when I say multiple streams of income, that's what I'm talking about. I am not opposed to you having investments, whether that be real estate or financial investments. I'm not opposed to anything like that when it comes to multiple streams of income. You look at any multimillionaire or billionaire, they have multiple streams of income. And the reason they have that is because they've recognized that you need to put your money to work for yourself. Now, when someone comes to you through LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, that, oh, you want multiple streams of income. What they're talking about is getting you involved in a business opportunity. That is not your money working for you. That's you working for them. And you say, well, wait a minute, I'm an independent business owner. At the end of the day, you're still working for the network marketing platform because you're selling their product. I'm not against that. I hope I'm making myself clear on that. But when we talk about multiple streams of income, it's about you finding ways for your money to work for you, whether that's an IRA or a certificate of deposit or real estate or, okay, the list goes on, right? My point is this: stay focus. That's the first part. The second part is, if you're in that type of business, or any type of business for that matter, if someone says no to you, don't be a hardcore seller, because what you may do is forever lose them as a customer. And in my case, as someone who works with clients all over the world at different levels, I have people come to me all the time. I don't know what kind of business I want to start. I'm looking for a business platform. Do you know anything multi-level marketing that I'd be interested in? The truth of the matter is that whether I want to be involved in an MLM network marketing platform or not, the truth of the matter is that might be the right thing for the right person. And if I have someone in my realm of influence, in my world, my sphere of influence, yes, you want me as your connection. So if you say to me, "Oh, are you interested in multiple streams of income?" and I already know this is a recruiting thing, because listen, I've been in the business world over 25 years, and I have been in network marketing before, and I've been around millionaires that are in network marketing. I know what the recruiting shtick is, okay? I know what it sounds like. I know what it feels like. I can smell it. So when I say to them, "No, I'm not interested," and they keep pressing, and I actually was really nice to this person, and I said, "I have actually said, no, I'm not interested." And they came back quite belligerently and mean, actually. And so, what ended up happening was I blocked them, because they went from being networking and recruiting to on the edge of spammy. Okay. So these are real business problems. You have to be conscious of the way your sales come across. For me, and this is just me, there's nothing worse than a pushy salesperson. I have to sell my products and services every day, whether it be through a video like this, or word of mouth, or Facebook advertising, or whatever I do. But if I come across really pushy, guess what? People aren't going to buy what I'm selling. I don't want to be that guy. I don't know if you want to be that guy or that gal, but you might want to think about it. This is a real problem. So 2 problems that I brought up today. One, that is, you have to pay attention and be responsible for what's going on in your company, from financing, from money in, from money out, all of that. You have to know what's going on with your business. And if I were to say to you, who's the ideal customer, you'd have to be able to tell me that like immediately. If I said to you, what is the average amount that you make per customer, you should know that immediately. You should be able to do some basic things. How many customers do you need each month to be able to pay your bills? You should be able to say that instantly. How many customers do you need a month to be able to take home 5 or 10 grand in income for yourself? You should be able to say that instantly. You see what I'm saying? You have to stop making excuses that you're only good at what you do, because you're useless to the rest of your business if you're not making any money. The second problem is that you need to be conscious of how you're selling. Are you being pushy? Are you turning people off from what you're doing? Because these are really important things that will help your business move along. Listen, I want every person at the sound of my voice to be very successful in their business. I want you to be a multi-millionaire. I'd love for you to be billionaires, okay? There's absolutely no reason why you couldn't be a millionaire if not a billionaire. There's no reason for that. What keeps us from this many times is the stupid, silly things we do, or the excuses we come up with as to why things aren't going to be the way they are, or why we've done the things and when I'm talking to a doctor or a lawyer especially, and there's like, "Oh, well, I just operate on people," or I'm an anesthesiologist, or I'm an attorney and I'm in the courtroom every day. I'm going to tell you right now, at the end of the day, if you're not billing your clients properly, you're not going to be able to go work in a courtroom anywhere. Okay? This is the way it is. So listen, I love the fact that I can come to you every day. That's right, Lori. Brand yourself, not another business name. That's exactly right. Thank you, Lori. Good friend of mine, client, and a champion for what I do. I really appreciate you, Lori. So the fact of the matter is, and in fact, this discussion is really based off of conversations I've had with Lori here in the last couple of days. But the bottom line to it is, you're responsible for your business. You want to be a millionaire, you want to be a billionaire, then you have to understand what it takes to run a business and maintain a business. Uh, I have so much more ammunition on this that I could spend an hour or two just talking about it. But that's all I have for right now. So if I can be of any help to you or any of your clients out there, I'd love to hear from you. Just go to my website, MaximumChange.com. There's the link right over there. And by the way, if you're interested, there's a quick 30-second survey that you can take that will position you for how I can best serve you as your coach and consultant. I want you to be kick-ass at what you do in your business. And that's the only way I know how to say it. I want to see you make money, and I want to see you build your business, because that's what I'm all about. Hope you have a great day, and see you soon.